Thank you for joining us on Paired Up Social Media channel here. We are talking about the ultimate checklist for social media success. We're going to be going through things you need to be doing daily, weekly, monthly, and quarterly to make sure, again, you have the ultimate success for your business. So joining me today is CEO and founder of Paired Up, Kaylee Pear. Kaylee, why don't you introduce yourself and your team for us today?
Yeah, so as you said, I'm Kaylee Pear. I started this social media company a little over 2 years ago, and it's fantastic. And we have a great team. A couple of them are here with us today, Valerie and Kennedy, that are going to be help you because each business is different. And so having just me, my business may be different than theirs, so they have some insight as well that can help you if you're watching this video. And let us know who you are in the comments below if you're watching and if you have any questions as well throughout the video.
Absolutely. Okay, so let's get right to it. We're going to kick off with what you need to be doing weekly. I'm going to pull this up for you here, your checklist for social media success. Perhaps if you want to screenshot that, that's great too. And I've shared these as well on Kaylee's Instagram and Facebook accounts too. So let's talk about, we're starting with daily. Let's talk about daily things that you need to be doing. This kind of feels like a long checklist, but it's pretty quick.
Yeah, so this is a really important, the first one, first of all, is really important. Check and reply to all comments and questions. That is number one important. This is really good customer service. You can take your customer service to the next level just by doing this on your social media platform. So that's really important. Another thing is, I don't know, you may not even think of doing this, but search the mentions of for your brand and respond. So like somebody may have tagged you in a comment on somebody else's group or somebody else's page that you could then respond to, that could then even help you reach other followers. So that's really the importance of all of this. And, you want to make sure that you're looking around and you're discovering any news that may pertain to your business or your brand. So like for us, we applied to Google alerts for our different companies so that we can stay up to date on any breaking information or news that may be popular that then we can capitalize off of and get you guys in the news or get our businesses in the news. And make sure you're updating your calendar with new content. Yes, you want to put something in there that's working, but then also maybe try something new. Is there something showing up in your feed that you like that maybe you can use and make it about your brand that then you could create? If you're ahead in your content, you can always create new stuff that's really viral at that moment.
Okay, so there's your daily checklist, and we have some weekly things you can check out too.
So I think for weekly, definitely the first one is going to be, creating your content in advance. So getting all of your stuff ready for the next week so that you can already, get ahead of the schedule. And then the second one is checking to see if your content is aligning with your goals. And I think another big part that goes into that is just talking with your client and going over all of the little details behind the content out there on their social medias and making sure that it's actually doing what you guys want it to be doing. And then putting a paid budget behind any top performing organic content. So maybe looking at what you guys are generating organically and seeing how you can budget into that, and then tracking the results of your content and campaigns. Of course, we want to track that consistently, and every week is, it's a good timeline to be looking at those things. And then looking at your competitors' top performing content. So you can also, just go through and see where the competition is doing really good and what you can capitalize on for our clients and your pages. So.
Yeah, this is, what is that? Copying is the sincerest form of flattery. You're not copying, but you do need to be aware of what they're doing and see if it's working or not, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that at all. And always make it about your brand. I mean, because your identity, even though you may be the same business, your identity and what you represent is going to be completely different than the business. So take an idea and be authentic to your brand and yourself.
All right, so now let's move into things you have to do monthly, Kaylee.
I think Valerie's going to take this one.
Oh, Valerie.
Oh, wait, no, I just lied. I'm so sorry. It is me.
I was like, I can.
Okay, so monthly, there's going to be many different things that you want to do when you're looking at your month. Overall, looking at data is king, okay? So you want to look at a month and see, okay, what were your top performing posts? What was working, what didn't perform as well as you thought it was going to perform? So that's really going to be a big deal with what you're looking at monthly. So then you can then plan for the next month. And again, what worked yesterday may not work the next day. You know what I mean? So you just kind of want to make sure you're keeping up with the data and really looking at that. Looking at, just like with weekly, you want to look at your competitors. You want to see and when I mean look at competitors, I don't mean just look at what they created. I want you to look at the comments. I want to look at the engagement that they're getting and what views that they're getting. And that's going to be big because, yeah, okay, you may like a post that went up, but if it didn't get much engagement, then don't waste your time trying to do it on your end as well. So those are going to be a couple of the different things that you do in regards to that. And then, as we say all the time, in pretty much every video that we talk about with social media tips, you want to make sure that you are planning in advance. So you want to look at the next month, okay? Part of that checklist is, what are the national holidays? Is it National Cheeseburger Day and you're a restaurant? Make sure that you are putting those into a calendar and finding what you can spin to work with your business to create some fun, engaging posts. So look at the national holidays. Also look at what you have coming up within your business. Are you doing an open house? Are you doing a holiday pop-up shop? What are you doing within the business that you need to highlight in advance? Because again, even though social media is right now, you still need to be putting that in your stories and putting that within your stream well ahead of when you actually do it. So that's going to be something that you pay attention to monthly. And then also shooting things. So getting content shot. So let's say I would put some ideas together. So have your formulated strategy for the month. Don't wait until the week of to shoot your content. Have that content done, have it in the calendar. Again, it's all about planning. So then you're not rushing to get things done and you can actually do it right. Because a lot of businesses make this mistake where they take a picture or a video and they're like, oh, I did it. And they throw it up. But if there's no point, is it emotional? Is it entertaining? Is it engaging? Is it educational? If that's not behind it, then you just wasted your time anyway. So really working ahead to do those things monthly. There's a lot more that we could go on about, but I think those are the most important.
Yeah, within reason, so people can have a jumping off point. There's also some quarterly stuff that you need to be looking at too. Valerie, you were going to tackle that.
Yes. So quarterly, it's going to be a much smaller checklist for this one just because it's quarterly. How I like to describe quarterly is where you're going to review and you're going to reevaluate. So basically, you're going to look at your top performing posts just like you did in monthly, but you're going to look through the quarter. So you're going to see which posts that performed the best, and then you're going to reevaluate your content for the future. So if that content did well, then you know that you need to keep doing that type of content. If it didn't work, then go ahead and look at your competitors and see what's working for them. Maybe take a piece of that. Another thing that I like to do also is your targets. So you need to create new targets. So whatever worked last quarter, you need to start new targets. Maybe you're flowing into like the same targets as last quarter, but you also need to like touch on new ones because it's a new season, it's new holidays, that kind of stuff.
All right, did we hit everything? I think we did.
Good job, Valerie. Keeping it tight.
Yeah. I mean, I was like, whoa. Okay. So with all that being said, I do like to end every video and reminding people that, if you're running a business and it's a challenge to do even the daily stuff, there is help for you. And it starts with Kaylee. There's a lot of different aspects though. Kaylee, you guys doing it all, but then just training. So walk us through that.
One of the biggest questions that I get is, I've done this before, not questions, but comments when I go talk to potential new clients. Oh, we've done this before. We paid people thousands of dollars and there was more work for me than it was worth. Well, not with us. So if you go to pairedupsocial.com, you can look at it. We cover everything for you. We run it. We carry the heavy lifting. Now you are the expert in your business. So we will need to discuss things and talk, but we shoot the content. We put it together. We write the captions. We reply to the comments. So all the daily, the weekly, the quarterly, all that checklist is run by us. But let's say you don't want to do that and you have somebody, we do training sessions that can help put together calendars for them, get them that checklist, teach them certain things that make sure they optimize your pages. So again, you can go to pairedupsocial.com for all of the information on that. And you can reach out to me there as well. And we can set up a meeting to figure out what's best for your business, because it is different. And our number one goal at Paired Up is not taking your money. It is making sure we use your money wisely. And we want small business owners, even if you think that that's not in the budget, we make it work for you. So that's really one of the most important things for, us, is being able to work with some of those smaller companies and businesses that don't have that big marketing budget.
Yeah, I mean, you're a small business yourself. You get it. You understand.
Yep.
Okay, ladies, I'll see you at the next one. Thanks so very much. Great information as always.
Bye.